Hello, everyone. So, I wanted to share that during prayer, there was a song that came to me, and I sung it all the time as a kid. And the song says, "They will know we are Christians by our love." So, I was sitting in this song just came to me, and it just felt completely random. But of course, I know that with God, nothing is random. He can literally bring things to us that we've experienced at some point in our lives. Maybe we go on years later and we forget about it, but he will bring it back, to make a point and to remind us of certain things that we have learned or been exposed to that we forget. And this is what he brought back to me. This song, "They will know we are Christians by our love." And really, the questions that came to me from God is, are Christians known on this earth by their love? Or are we known for our hate? By our greed or our pride? What are we known for? Not only just to others, but to God. When he looks at us, what does he see? Does he see a reflection of himself? Or does he see something foreign and bad that doesn't relate to him at all? These are questions to always ask ourselves on a daily basis, so we know if we're truly who we say and portray ourselves to be to the outside world and to God. So Jesus, do you have anything to add to this? I just thought it was weird that this song came to me and, while I was sitting and focusing on you. Jesus began, "The heart of my body has grown cold. My children are not known anymore for their love, and that is why I brought that song to you, as a reminder. The whole purpose of being my follower is to show others my love and help lead them to it. Unfortunately, this is a foreign concept that those in my body have chosen to forget and have chosen to contaminate and transform into something more progressive. My love has become one of pure acceptance of all things, no matter how impure and repulsive they are. My love is no longer one of sacrifice, but of compromise. This hurts me more than I can express. All I want is for my children to take their places and represent me justly, not become religious zealots and modern-day Pharisees who pretend to be of me but are far from my nature and my heart. My body and church have woven themselves to the world, and this is why the world has gotten so bad. There is minimal representation of my true heart and nature to those who are seeking me the most. My children, do not continue to hurt my body in the way that you are and have been doing. Don't you see that the way you go about doing things is not connected to me whatsoever? So many of you are in deep deception and cannot hear my voice, no matter the avenues I use to reach you. You are headed towards the deep end, and even in my pursuits, I can't get your attention. Please hear me. You will forge an unplanned path of suffering for yourself if you don't wake up to what I've been trying to show you all along. I'm holding on to you with the rope of my grace, and your desire to do things your own way out of impatience and pride is quickly tearing the rope until you fall, and I can no longer catch you unless you repent and turn away from your folly. My love for you pleads with you to stop tearing my body limb from limb. Love your fellow Christian brother and sister before you jump to extend your hands towards those lost in the spirit. How can you evangelize to the lost and say that you're doing so in the name of love when you hate and despise your Christian brother and sister? Love starts at home, and not only your individual homes, but your spiritual homes as well, which are my body of believers. There is no way you can truly show love to an unbeliever when you secretly hate your brother or sister. I see right through the pretense, and it is something I will not stand behind. Please listen to this, my children. Examine yourselves and ask for forgiveness, and I will restore you. The end of days is upon us." And that was the end of Jesus' message. So this was pretty powerful. As Jesus normally does, he's addressing his children in his church. He's always going to address us before he addresses unbelievers. And that's because we're called to set an example. We're called to show who he is in the earth. We're called to help lead others to his heart. So he's going to always address us because we know better. And that's really what this is saying. What he's saying is, we are tearing his body, coming against each other and not loving those who need it. But it's really about, how we can easily love unbelievers and people who don't know God, but we can't love each other that's in the body, that we can't love another believer. We can't extend our hand out to another believer. Like, we're quick to throw them under the bus. We're quick to cast judgment. We're quick to slander them in public. And it's not okay. God is not okay with this. So he's saying that he wants us to stop. And he's addressing it head on because he wants changes to be made. Because if we're fighting each other, then we can't do the work that God has called us to do. So I pray that if this has been you, or you have contributed to this in any way, that you would just go to God and ask for forgiveness and begin to make a change and realize that everything you do is for the glory of God and to help lead others to his heart. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless you.